Well, hello. It's time for Jeff and Jimmy show with picks with some special guests. This is my granddaughter, Halsten, dressed up as a dragon today. She is my daughter Jaden's daughter. And Owen's back. What's he dressed up as?
He's a skeleton. Got some candy in his belly.
Yeah. And Jim, what'd you bring?
My child's an Emporia.
What did you dress up as?
I use
Car salesman.
Got a Honda for you. With low miles.
There you go. Well, we're going to start the picks. We have Marion and Garden Plain. I think Garden Plain's going to be too strong this game.
Garden Plain.
Garden Plain's having a good year, Marion's not, so Garden Plain.
Next up is Pratt and Collegiate, as she's done being a dragon. I'm taking Collegiate this game.
Collegiate.
Collegiate as well.
Next up is Halstead and Cheney. I think Cheney's going to be too strong. I'm taking Cheney.
Cheney's doing well. Cheney.
I didn't realize Cheney was undefeated, so I'm
Yep.
definitely going with Cheney.
Next up is Clearwater and Holcomb. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
It's down in Holcomb, which makes it tougher for Clearwater, but I'm sticking with the local team and taking Clearwater.
Yeah, I'll stick with Clearwater.
I was originally going with Clearwater, and I'd only learned about where Holcomb was about 2 weeks ago, so I'm going with Holcomb.
Just because you learned where they're from?
No, actually, they look pretty good.
Okay.
Next, we got Larned and Andale. Andale's going to win this game.
Yeah, Andale.
No-brainer, Andale.
You're enthralled with Jim, aren't you?
It's that used car salesman look.
Yeah.
Smile a
Bald
little.
head.
it's the shine.
I think it's the great grandpa with the.
Oh!
Yeah.
Only one grandpa in the room.
Next up, we got Mulvane and Rose Hill. They've played before. It's not a very good game. I'm taking Rose Hill.
Oh, I'll go with Mulvane again.
Appreciate your loyalty.
Yeah, well, hey, they did okay last week. It was a lot closer than the previous week's games.
They scored.
Yeah, they did before the fourth quarter.
I just learned Rose Hill goes by the hill, so I'm going to go with the hill.
I
I
won't.
had not heard that before.
I will not add Mulvane's saying for Rose Hill.
Next up, we got Valley Center, Bishop Carroll. Bishop Carroll's just way too strong in this game. I'm taking Bishop Carroll.
Bishop Carroll.
Carroll's legit. That schedule's incredible. Going with the Golden Eagles.
Next up, we got Eisenhower and Goddard. Crosstown rivalries. This will be a good game, but I think Goddard's going to take it.
Yeah, this is always fun. Goddard.
They've already played once. Goddard came out ahead, and because of Jordan C. Miller, and he's currently holding a duck, I'm going to take the Goddard Lions. Here's mine.
There's hold it for the camera. Now Jordan's got to put his logos around the duck.
Next up is Salina South and Capon. Capon's been very strong. I'm taking Capon.
Capon, Salina South. Doesn't look that great anyway.
I was looking at Capen's schedule. It hasn't been the toughest of schedules, but they do look pretty good, so I'm going to go with the Crusaders.
Next up, we got Salina Central and Northwest. Northwest is way too strong in this game. I'm taking Northwest.
Yeah, Northwest. Jim's got one good team that plays, so Northwest.
My guys are the #1 seed again this year. Going to try to get to the state championship for the 3rd year in a row, so I'm definitely going with my Grizzlies.
We got Mays South and Hayes. I think this is going to be a really good game. It's in Hayes, but Mays South is pretty strong. I'm taking Mays South.
Mays South.
They played once before, and May South won by 1, but that was here in Wichita. So I'm going to go, since Hayes is at Hayes, I'm going to go with Hayes. Need to make up a game, too. Or 2.
A few.
Speaking of that, yeah, I'm still in the lead.
Yeah, you are, just a little bit.
Pulling
By
away
6.
in the lead.
We'll make up some games.
All right. Andover and Heights. I think this will be another good game, but I'm taking Andover.
Andover.
Really good game. I looked at schedules. Andover's schedule's been a little tougher, so I'm going to go with the Trojans.
Next up, we got Campus and East. East, again, only has 1 loss. I know somebody had told me the East quarterback had gotten hurt.
He did.
Hopefully he's back.
Hopefully.
And if he is back, I think East wins this game easily.
Yeah, East looks good this year. I'm going with East.
East is big and fast. I'm going to go with the Blue Aces.
Next up is Washburn Rural and West. I'll take West in this game.
West.
I think this is going to be a good game. They're evenly matched, but it's in Wichita, so I'm going to go with the Pioneers.
We got Gardner, Edgerton, and South High. I'm going to have to take Gardner, Edgerton in this game.
Yeah, I'll go with Gardner Edgerton, the out-of-town team for one here.
This isn't one of their better teams, but they are a good team. They're up by KC, and they're legit, so I'm going to go with Gardner. I'll just call them Gardner.
Next up, we got Southeast and Derby. Derby's going to be way too strong in this game. Derby will win.
Derby's definitely increased their talent this season from the beginning, so Derby.
I'm going to go with Derby. They're a little too strong for Southeast.
Last of the high school games is North and Lawrence. I think North will be playing the last game of the year, and Lawrence will win this game.
I guess I'll go with Lawrence. It's hard to pick Lawrence.
On a positive note, North's JV and freshman teams are looking good, so hopefully in the years to come they can do something, but I'm going to go with Lawrence.
Next, we got the college games. We got Iowa State and Kansas. Iowa State's going to win pretty big over Kansas, the way Kansas has been playing.
I feel like if anything, this would be, when KU has one of those games where they like to ruin someone's season, but I'm going with Iowa State.
I say it every week. Brees Hall, a guy that graduated with my son from Northwest. He's not going to win the Heisman Trophy this year. That's already kind of wrapped up. But next year, look for Brees on that list.
Looked really good last week.
Oh, he's against Oklahoma State too.
Yeah.
He's legit.
She's enthralled with the baby right now.
There you go.
Yeah. Next up, we got Kansas State and West Virginia. I think this is going to be the best of all those games. West Virginia did drop a game last week, but it's in West Virginia. They play tough in West Virginia. K-State's looked good last week, but they were playing KU, so I'm taking K-State.
I think K-State and West Virginia, it's always a really good game. Doesn't matter how good each team is each year. The freshman quarterback really got some reps last week for K-State, and I think he's looking even better, so K-State.
Typical Big 12, it's kind of a facade. They lose out of conference, they come in conference, they start actually winning some games. This one's in Morgantown, and that's what matters in the Big 12, so I'm going to go with the Mountaineers.
Next up, we got TCU and Baylor. I think this will be another good game. I'm taking Baylor.
I'm actually going to take TCU this time.
I think it's going to be a good game, but I'm going to go with the Baylor Bears.
Next up, we got Texas and Oklahoma State. I think this is going to be a good game as well, but I'm taking Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State has definitely looked a lot stronger this season.
Texas is stacked with talent, so it's kind of like, when are they going to show up? But this game's in Stillwater, so I'm going to go with the Cowpokes.
Oklahoma, Texas Tech wraps up the Big 12. Oklahoma, I think, is going to be too strong in this game. Picking Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an Oklahoma game.
If you guys remember a few years back when Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes were in this game, it was kind of what is the Big 12. I think it was like 109 to 108, 8,000 passing yards. But that's kind of what they're known for, their defense.
That's better than the 10 Nebraska got last week.
We saw
They look good
the
doing it,
Big
though.
Ten defense teams last week, so.
They've never played a game like that. But even with Oklahoma being down this year, I'm going to take Oklahoma.
So,
Yeah.
with that said, do you know what a Nebraska graduate calls a K-State graduate 5 years after graduation? Boss.
You know that.
Employed, too.
Did you think that was funny? I did, yeah.
What, you know the difference between K-State and Nebraska is about 150 miles. You know what the difference is? National championships.
That's not really a joke, that's just
I
commentary.
butchered it because I have it on a shirt, but it was something like that.
Should have brought your shirt. And
Yeah.
oh, by the way, I don't have to wear any Nebraska stuff
No,
this
you
week.
don't.
Yeah.
And I took the points last week and see that worked out for me, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Well-
Yeah. You looked at me and thought I was crazy.
Wisconsin's taking the L this week, though.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Yeah, so the guinea pig of the Big Ten this week is Nebraska gets a win because of COVID.
Yeah.
No.
You chopped up a COVID win. Oh, yeah.
Nebraska lost to COVID and the Big Ten. They tried to schedule a game this weekend. Big Ten made it 1 week before they had to call it the game, so.
Nebraska would have got the W, and I think she agrees with me. You can tell. She's getting a little passionate about it. She's actually getting a little hurt by all these.
She just tooted on me on that one. Thinking that she disagrees. Well, we're done with the dragon outfit. So we'll have to try something else the next Halloween. So, but I'm glad you could join us. Everybody get out. The weather's going to be decent compared to last week, of course. So
Yeah.
get out, enjoy playoffs, and support the kids. Have a great night. Oh.